It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a weekend. I got to do a weekend update. I got inspired. The weekend update is titled A Print Industry Roast, the 2023 Cannata Believe It Awards. The 2023 Cannata Believe It Awards. I got inspired by Frank Cannata. So we know that Frank Cannata had his gala event on Friday. What an event that was, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to recap that event in a minute. I'll talk about that in a second. But before I do that, before I get into my 2023 Cannata Believe It Awards, inspired by Frank Cannata, I want to tell Frank Cannata, CJ Cannata, and the entire team, what a wonderful event. 38 years. Giving hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to charity. You all should be complimented for that. You're doing a great thing, not only for the community, but for the industry too. Again, congratulations, 38 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, I found out that this event was going to have all these people at it. And at first, I was thinking, well, if Frank Cannata's counting the people, the numbers could be 97% off. But I got to the event, I snuck in, and I got to tell you, there was a lot of people there. And some of you are saying, what do you mean you snuck in? We didn't see you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put a disguise on. Sometimes when I go to these events, I got to disguise myself, right? So I dressed up like a 9-star slave laborer, and everybody just looked the other way as I walked around. You might have saw me ducking behind that ficus tree. But hey, while I was there, I was kind of eavesdropping. And I heard some interesting stuff. I want to share that with you. So, you know, Mike, the president of Sharp, he wins the Executive of the Year. He gets the trophy back to the table, and as soon as he puts it on the table, his name falls off and exposes Rick Taylor's name. And he's like, what the hell? I mean, so then I follow him over. He goes over to Frank. He says, Frank, you know, what in the hell? I mean, my trophy's got Rick Taylor's name on it. You just glued my name over Rick Taylor's name. And Frank said, hey, I'm sorry, but, you know, Rick Taylor was winning these things like every single year, and I had an opportunity to buy a whole bunch of them, and I just got too excited. And I didn't realize that Rick Taylor was going to leave like a couple years right after that. But then he told Mike, don't worry about it, because I think that was the last one, so next year you'll have your name on it. It'll be your trophy. So Mike was excited about that. But folks, there was so many interesting conversations. You know, I was eavesdropping in on a conversation with CJ, okay? And CJ's telling this individual that he's going to retire. I'm thinking, CJ Cannata's going to retire? He's like, the guy's like, what do you mean you're going to retire? He goes, yeah. He goes, you know, I've been waiting for my dad to retire, and now I'm old enough to retire. I mean, I wanted to sit in his chair, and that chair's so damn wore out now, I don't even care to sit in it, so he's going to retire. I thought that was an interesting conversation. CJ Cannata retired before his death. Folks, I got to tell you, I mean, these events, there's so many things that you hear. The conversations are crazy. A lot of camaraderie. People haven't seen each other in a long time. You know, even the frenemies. You know, sometimes the frenemies, they'd see each other, and then they'd start smiling and drinking together. Because our industry's like that. Sometimes the frenemies, everybody gets upset about the frenemies. When you all get together, everybody has a good time. It's a competitive industry. I got to tell you that. But ladies and gentlemen, I had a great time at the Cannata event. You know, I mean, I know a lot of you didn't see me because I was dressed up like a 9-star slave laborer, but at the end of the day, it was a great event. So now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it's time for the Print Industry Roast, the 2023 Cannata Believe It Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I got 5 awards. You can see 4 here, and I got one big one I'm going to give at the end. But these awards all have a story behind them. And I'm telling you right now, I have a hard time believing these. So I know the Cannata Believe It Awards, you might have a hard time too. The first award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the best rebranding. The OEM with the best rebranding, and the story behind this award is very, very interesting. Apparently, this OEM figured out that the coals don't have to be near as hot to cause an effective brand. The coals in the fire don't have to be near as hot to cause an effective brand. And they're going through the process of really looking at how they do their branding. And the winner this year of the rebranding award is none other than 9-star. Congratulations, 9-star. I'm not sure you really want to win some of these awards, to be real honest with you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the next Cannata Believe It award is for the best leasing rates. This is a great story. So there's this leasing company, and the founder loves to walk around and walk around the hallways, and he gives people like $100 bills and stuff. And he's walking around with another executive, and he's noticing that none of the phones are ringing. And he's kind of like, wow. So he looks at the other executive and says, you know, we trained our people to answer the phone in 2 rings, but I never imagined they would actually answer the phone before it even rang. I mean, he was really excited about it. And then the other executive says, hey, hang on a second. Nobody's calling. That's why the phone's not ringing. They're all doing the stuff online now. And then this horrifying look comes over this owner of this leasing company's face. He's thinking to himself, holy crap. He's looking at all these people sitting there waiting for the phone to ring. He's like, I don't know if we can keep doing that. So apparently they're going to make some adjustments, and when they make those adjustments, the lease rates are definitely going to come down because they're going to save a lot of cost. And ladies and gentlemen, that leasing company is none other than Great America Leasing. Congratulations, Great America Leasing, for getting the best leasing rates coming soon. The next Cannata Believe It award is for the best auction item. You know, you can't do one of these events without having some kind of a charity auction thing going on. And folks, this OEM reaches out to me. Hey, I got some stuff that every single dealer that watches your show will definitely want to buy. And I'm thinking, really? And so I met with the OEM, and ladies and gentlemen, they got some really good stuff that you'll definitely want to be bidding on, right? So let me just show you who the OEM is, and we'll get right to the story. The OEM is none other than HP. So HP tells me, right, November of 2020, we started getting dealers to give us the data. We've got so much data, it's unbelievable. And then since 2020, November 2020, you know, we fired OEMs or dealers. We got rid of dealers for this reason, or they left us, but we still got all this data. And we're thinking, why don't we auction off the data to the dealer that could benefit from the data? I thought to myself, wow, that could really raise some money. So again, the best auction item, the amplified data from HP. Boy, that'd be a great thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next Cannata Believe It award is for the OEM with the best recruitment practices. The OEM that has the best recruitment practices, or benefits from recruitment practices, I should say. And the winner this year of that, well, is the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, these people got a recruitment plan that's unbelievable. And they're getting people for these PRC companies, these PRC OEMs, no matter what that OEM manufactures. If it's a People's Republic of China manufacturer, the Chinese government's out there recruiting, or the Communist Party's out there recruiting workers. And this time of year especially, they get a lot of workers, because it's the kind of time of year where people like to do the religious stuff, you know, religious holidays. They celebrate all kinds of religions. Well, in the Chinese Communist Party, you're not allowed to really do that. There's only a couple of religions that you could really celebrate. The rest of them, they collect you and they bring you to the slave laborer camps. So that's their recruitment program. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, these are some tough awards, but at the end of the day, our industry's pretty tough right now, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, I got one last award, and I wasn't going to give this award out until next year, but I'm not sure the Cannata will be here next year. And this award is for the highest cost of sales. The highest cost of sales goes to Cannata Minolta. I mean, their cost of sales is outrageous. I mean, you saw me do their video on their second quarter numbers. It was like, holy smokes. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, he's not going to be around. So I wanted to give that to him this year. Congratulations, Cannata Minolta, on the highest cost of sales. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed my print industry roast, the 2023 Cannata Believe It Awards, inspired by the Cannata Awards. And again, Frank Cannata, CJ Cannata, the entire team, congratulations. It was a great event. Next year, I'm hoping I don't have to disguise myself. I'm hoping for sure if I do disguise myself and I dress up like a slave laborer, that people actually notice me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, remember this: status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all on Monday.